heard from drunk Chabadniks, but I mean that's one where you got the line you Chabad eine Mosch, it goes man is in beim Leben, and mir Hashem my the other Welt wird man nicht geben. You know, it's like, you know, there is no, in which is basically the main. It translates to in heaven there is no beer, and that's why we drink it here. But it's in Yiddish. So,
there you go.
I mean,
well, it's kind of like how the mashka is like Finnegan's Wake.
Right?
Because if you drink the mashka, they have to show they bury him with the mashka, so then Tchias comes, he can.
Oh, there we go. That's why you have it. It's like, but you can't have it in Yiddish Hashem in jeder Welt. That nicht geben. Ah, but Tchias Mason. That's a different thing. That is a very different thing indeed. So, what are we starting with?
Girl.
We have to decide what we're singing. How about Roses? Let's start off with Roses. And then how about Biker Hill?
They don't have water things for the dogs.
And then do you want to go with Johnny Cope?
Sure.
Why not? Let's go
She's
Johnny
pretty
Cope.
friendly.
Is she friendly? Okay.
She either likes you or she doesn't.
And then,
She seems like she's liking
wanna
you.
do Sabarita Ma. Let's do Sabarita Ma. Why not? Why not? I like. We haven't done one of those in a bit.
She's thirsty.
Oh, she can't have lemonade.
And then
And I'm filming.
Buried.
I'm gonna have to edit all this out.
Let's do yesterday. I was born very young, grew up in the cradle. Chances are that when I die, it'll be something fatal. So see me running, keep up by my side. Hurricanes are coming and there ain't no place to hide. Home like this one, so I shot. The sun don't shine, I'm just you big critters, your hustlers and your shoppers. You're scurrying, you're worrying, I'm gonna have some fun. So get over, take a break and shut your hole. You're causing a to break you all you sins and sinners, you losers and you winners. One more day of the roses. Hey! Oh, and then the ones that will catch up to you, they say.
At least that's what the old ones they told me every day.
So I quit just like they said. Stop everything that's bad. Twas the worst 20 minutes that we ever had. It's not the cup that carries you off. It's the couple. Hey, carry you off in the dirt with all the stitching, the falling and the bitching. Who's driving the conniving? Hot cats for the pub. So get over, take a break and shoot your hole. Because I'm not about to break to all you sins and sinners, you losers and you winners. Just one more day above the roses. Hey! Or collect, you don't need money, don't know how much things cost.
Love like you've never been hurt, love like you've never lost.
And cats like no one's watching, as often as you can. And when you drink like you're a true Irish man, live every day like it's your last. It's going mighty way too fast. You likers and buffoons, you beggars and buffoons, you liars, you pariahs, you can keep the body locked. So get over, take the break and shut your hole. You're causing my heart to break to all you sins and sinners, you losers and you winners. Here's to one more day of the roses. One more day above the roses. Here's to one more day above the roses. 1, 2, 3, ho! Thank you very much, good gentlemen. So, I am the Foxy Boy.
I'm Twig.
And before we go any further, I have a confession to make.
Confess thou sinner.
For those who are unaware, this is how it works. Every now and then I like to confess things. When I do, I announce it. When I announce it, I like it when people point at me and shout, "Confess thou sinner." It helps with my OCD. So, I have a confession to make.
Confess thou sinner.
Thank you very much. And that confession is that long ago, before I was a bard, I actually worked for a living. It was horrible. I hated it.
At least you had benefits, though. That was nice.
I indeed. Now I get spiritual fulfillment. I just don't get, fillings in the teeth. But good gentles. This is a song about the working class, specifically a song about miners, or as we call them in Irish slang, colliers.
Which is also kind of cheese.
If I had another penny, I would have another jill. I would make the piper play the pony lass up Baker Hill. Baker Hill and Walker Shaw, choir lads forevermore. Baker Hill and Walker Shaw, choir lads forevermore. Oh, the pitman and the killman trim, they drink bumble name from gin and an antique. Into the tune of the Baker Hill and Walker Shaw, choir lads forevermore. Baker Hill and Walker Shaw, choir lads forevermore. First I went down to the bird eye, no now and no good shirt, but now I'm not no three. Walker, it's the love I mean. Baker Hill and Walker Shaw, choir lads forevermore. Baker Hill and Walker Shaw, choir lads forevermore. If I had another penny, I would have another jill. I would make the paper play. Only as a Baker Hill, Walker Shaw. Yeah, that's forevermore. Baker Hill, Walker Shaw. Oh, yeah, that's forevermore. Baker Hill, Walker Shaw. Yeah, that's forevermore. Baker Hill, Walker Shaw. Call your lads forevermore. Thank you very much, good gentles all. Quick edit, we're going to be doing Patty. Good gentles all, I believe I have another confession.
Confess thou sinner.
Thank you very much for that confession. Is that when you are a member of the working class? How's that thing right behind you? Is that what you want?
Sure.
Yes, when you're a member of the working class and when you drink as much as an Irishman do, things can get complicated, which is why we've got a lot of dead friends.
Yep.
So many
And
dead
many
friends.
songs about our dead friends. You need to tighten up the ice cream.
Actually, I think it's good enough for now.
Okay, sure.
Why not? This is a song about our good friend Patty. Patty is dead. Very dead. But we had a wake. An Irish wake is a fantastic thing because it's the only time that I can stand your father.
Best part about being Irish.
Aye, indeed. You
Yeah.
get to sit around a dead body and get drunk until you can't feel feelings anymore.
Yep.
And on the night that Patty Murphy died, it was a night I'll never forget. Some boys got more than drunk and they ain't got sober yet. As long as the bubbles pass around, every man is feeling gay. Oh, there it came with the bagpipes, some music for the play. That's how we showed our respect for Patty Murphy. That's how we showed our honor in our pride. Said it was a sin and shame that we took one another. Every drink of the place was full like Pat Murphy died. Well, Mrs. Murphy sat in the corners, was pouring out her grief when Kelly and his gang come tearing down the street. We went into an empty room and a bottle of whiskey stole. We put the bottle with the corks to keep that liquor cold. That's how we showed our respect for Patty Murphy. That's how we showed our honor and our pride. Said it was a sin and shame when we did one another. At 2 o'clock in the morning, after emptying the jug, Doyle rolls up the icebox just to see poor Paddy's mug. We stopped the clock so Mrs. Murphy couldn't tell the time. At a quarter after 2, we argued it was 9. That's how we should have for Paddy Murphy. That's how we should have done right. Said it was a silly shame and winked at one another. Every request was for life, and Murphy died. Well, we stopped the hearse on George Street outside some damn saloon. We all went in at 8:30 and staggered out at noon. We went into the graveyard so holy and sublime. Found out when we got there, we left the corpse behind. That's how we showed our respect for Paddy Murphy. That's how we showed other than the pies. Said it was a sin and shame and we took one another. Every drink of the place was full like Pat Murphy died. Every drink of the place was full like Pat Murphy died. Thank you very much, good gentle song. You can go ahead and try and do that if you like.
Oh, I love trying to do it.
Fantastic, good gentle song. Would you like to stay for Hebrew? Achi, would you like to stay for Hebrew?
Okay, I'll stay for you.
You'll stay for Hebrew. I know you will. Good, gentle soul, I have a confession to make.
Confess thou sinner.
Thank you very much. And that confession, of course, is that at this is the Renaissance Fair. Most of the songs we sing are not Renaissance at all. Most of them are from the 19th century, and we hope you don't know the difference. But this song is actually from the Renaissance. It was written by Sa'adia ben Amram, Rabbi Sa'adia ben Amram, who asks God to reveal her wisdom. That's right. According to the rabbis, God has been non-binary the whole time. today is buried?
All right, fine.
Very well. Because I feel like going into that after this. This is the one I was telling you about earlier, the Yiddish and Russian, and no,
They're gonna
Ukrainian.
get on their way.
They're going to be on their way, but I feel like singing it anyway. Are you up for it? Very good. Good, gentles, I'll have a confession to make.
Confess thou sinner.
Thank you very much. I kind of want to tighten it up just a wee bit. I do want to tighten that up just a wee bit. There you
Sorry,
are.
I did not attempt to tune that as you requested.
That is all right. I thought you had.
Sorry.
Actually, Twig, that being said, would you like to do Yesterday is Buried, or would you like to do something else that's random?
Let's do something else that's random.
You want to do Arthur McBride?
Sure.
Let's go ahead and do Arthur McBride. Good, gentles all. Let's try this again. I have a confession to make.
Confess thou sinner.
Thank you very much. That confession is that I almost never do Christmas songs, and when I do, they are Christmas songs that are only Christmas songs in the most technical of senses. This song is like the Die Hard of Christmas music. It is true.
It's about
It is a Christmas song the way Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Well, you beat up the recruitment sergeant, but
Aye.
it's Christmas Day.
It's on Christmas Day. This happens
Therefore,
on
it's a
Christmas.
Christmas song.
It's about beating up recruiting sergeants.
Because there's no time for Christmas songs like January.
Aye, indeed. And there's no time for beating up recruiting sergeants like Christmas.
Ready?
I had first come on Arthur McBride. He and I took a stroll down by the seaside, seeking good fortune and what might betide. It was just on a Christmas morning. After arresting, we both took a tramp, and Sergeant Harper, Corporal Crack, beside the beach who meets Claire Camp with his rowdy dow in the morning. Says the young fellows, if you will enlist, it's a guinea of gold I will slap in your fist. Besides, for a crown to kick up the dust and drink the king's health till the morning. For the soldier, he leads a very fine life, and he always is blessed with a charming young wife, while other poor fellas have sorrow and strife, and someone's been cool in the morning. Says Arthur, I wouldn't be proud of your clothes. We've only the lend of them, as I suppose. And you will never change them one night, for if you dare, you know you'll be flogged in the morning. And had we been the fools as to take your advance for the wee bit of money, we'd have to run chance. You think no scruples, you'd send us to France, where we'll be killed in the morning. Says a sergeant, if I hear but one word, I instantly now will jump forth with my sword, and into your bodies as strength us apart, then navigate those take warning. Well, Arthur and I, we counted the odds, we gave him no chance to launch forth their swords. Our whacking shillelaghs come over their heads, and made him ride smart in the morning. The wee drummer, he rifled his pouch and he made a football of his rowdy dow and into the ocean to rock and to roll and ballied the days returning. As for the rapiers, what only their sight, we flung them as hard as we could in the tide. To the devil that bids ya, cries Arthur McBride, to temper your steel in the morning. As for the rapier, what humbly their sight, we flung it as far as we could in the tide. To the devil that bids ya, cries Arthur McBride, to temper your steel in the morning. Thank you very much, good gentles. Good gentles, I do believe we have time for one more song. Before we finish up, of course, I'd like to remind you that I am the Foxy Bard.
I am Twig.
We hope you have enjoyed your time with us, and if you have, you may feel free to leave your money in our baskets. You can also take us home with you in the form of circular discuses for $15 and tokens of bardic inspiration for a mere $5. You can also stalk us online using our magical, mystical, still in the basket QR codes. Good gentles all, I believe I have one more confession to make.
Cast thou
Thank you
sinner.
very much. That confession is that long ago, before I was a bard, I was originally a cleric. That's right, I'm a cross-classer. I studied the Holy Scriptures for 5 bloody years. It's how I know that God is non-binary. It says it in like a lot of places, like a surprisingly large number of places. It says that God is non-binary. I really don't understand how most people never noticed. That being said, here's something that I noticed when I read the Bible. In heaven there is no beer. That's why we drink it here. When we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all the beer. Now this is the part of the show where I find out your theology. We're going to start with you. What do you think is not in heaven? I'll justify it in rhymed verses. Say again?
Not a rich man in heaven.
No rich men. See, it's true, that is in the Bible. It really is. Like it is in there. It's in the New Testament, so it's not my half, but it's right there. All right. It's just...
Like 30 times explicitly.
In heaven there are no rich men. I think that they should all spend time in the den and open up the Bible, read it, and then they will suddenly realize, oh yeah, in heaven there's no rich men. In heaven there's no beer. That's why we drink it. It's in the Gospels. God, Jesus said it. But we drink it. I'm just trying. I'm all right. I had a moment. I just had a moment. It's past. What do you think is not in heaven?
Pets.
Pets, all right. Pets.
That's so depressing.
In heaven, there are no pets. The angels all had to round them up in nets. But once it was over, they had some regrets, because now heaven's overrun with rats without the pets. In heaven, there is no beer. That's how it works. That's why we drink it here. When we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all the beer. What do you think? What's not in heaven?
Go for it. Go for it.
What is
No
not?
grog. Go, tell him one of your verse and then there is no beer. Go.
What's not in heaven?
There is no rum,
There's no rum?
so drink while we still have some.
I like that idea.
And when our numbs go gray, we'll be...
Our brain goes numb. There it is. In heaven, there is no beer. That's why we drink. My brain does the same thing all the time. When we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all the beer. Never had an audience member offer their own verse. I like it. What do you think? What's not in heaven?
Bourbon.
Bourbon. Oh my God, why is that the word? Fine, this is what it's gonna be. In heaven, there is no bourbon, because without it, lusts won't be curbing, which is why Mary is no longer a virgin, because we take away all the bourbon. Oh, in heaven, there is no beer. That's why we drink it here. When we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all the beer. And what about you? Yes, no dogs. No dogs. No dogs.
Sorry, Lola.
That thing does look vicious. It's just,
Well, guess what? You're not in heaven.
I need. We're dogs, right? Dogs. Especially a vicious one like that. In heaven, there are no dogs, especially vicious ones like that. They're like hogs, which is why I'm gonna throw them in the bogs, and I'm gonna have a terrier instead of those kinds of dogs. In heaven, there is no. Terriers are more cuddly anyway. That's why we drink it here. When we're introspective. Oh, in heaven, there's no Foxy Bard. I was sent to hell where I was charred. But I did hand Satan my business card, which is why the headliner in Hell's Theater is going to be the crew of the Lorelei. They're over there at the pub, and they're going to be because this is my personal hell, you see. In heaven, there is no beer. That's why we drink it here. When we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all one more time. In heaven, there is no beer. That's why we drink it here. When we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all the beer. Our friends will be drinking all the beer. Our friends will be drinking the beer. Thank you very much, good gentlemen. Again, I am the Foxy Bard.
I am Twig.
We hope you have enjoyed your time with us. If you have, you may put your money in our basket. You can take us home with you in the form of a discus or a token of bardic inspiration, or just stock us online.
2 more sets right here.
2 more sets right here. Our next one is a 2 and 15. Up next on this stage is Mooney the Magnificent. And enjoy the rest of your day. And then especially vicious ones like that, they're like hogs, which is why I'm gonna throw them in the bogs. And I'm gonna have a terrier instead of those kinds of dogs. And there is no terriers are more cuddly anyway. That's why we drink it here. When we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking. You know what? It's time to get introspective. Oh, in heaven, there's no Foxy Bard. I was sent to hell where I was charred. But I did hand Satan my business card, which is why the headliner in Hell's Theater is going to be the crew of the Lorelei. They're over there at the pub, and they're going to be because this is my personal hell, you see. In heaven, there is no beer. That's why we drink it here. When we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all one more time. In heaven, there is no beer. That's why we drink it here. When we're gone from here, our friends will be drinking all the beer. Our friends will be drinking all the beer. Our friends will be drinking the beer. Thank you very much, good gentlemen. Again, I am the Foxy Bard.
I am Twig.
We hope you have enjoyed your time with us. If you have, you may put your money in our basket. You can take us home with you in the form of a discus or a token of bardic inspiration, or just stock us
2 more
online.
sets right here.
2 more sets right here. Our next one is a 2 and 15. Up next on this stage is Mooney the Magnificent. And enjoy the rest of your day. Have the next exchange of minutes.